And tomorrow we continue to raise awareness for World AIDS Day. That is on December 1st. And today, as we here or now like to practice what we preach, we are going to take a test just so that people will know the importance of getting tested for HIV and AIDS and the importance of it. It is very, very important. I have with me
Moses.
A gentleman here who is
Lesford
going
Moses.
to do a test for me this morning, and we're going to explain the process of doing the test because it is important.
All right, nice.
Yeah? So first of all, it's not a difficult process.
No, it's not. It's a finger prick that detects HIV antibodies when placed on the test strips.
Right. And before we actually go into the test, people normally have to sign some.
Yeah, we will normally fill out a form where they'll be given consent. They will ask a couple of questions.
So what do these questions entail?
These questions are like if one had sex with male, if they had sex with female, the type of sex, which is oral, anal, or vaginal. If they exchange sex for money, those kind of questions. Would you like
I would fill out the
the
form. So when you fill out the form, you sign, and then you can proceed.
And then we
with
proceed with
test.
the HIV test.
And everything that is being put on those consent forms
It's private and confidential.
Because that is important.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what is the process?
All right. First, we have to determine. It's an algorithm of 3 tests in the first instance. Is to determine the unit goal and the stat pack. In the first instance, we use the determine and the unit goal. If there's a discordant reading, meaning well 2 different readings, we go into the stat pack, which will be a confirmatory test.
Right.
That's the result of the stat pack. Whichever one it matches with, it will determine
Positive or negative?
or negative, yes.
Okay. So we're going to do this test. I'm not very nervous. I think I've been a good child.
Okay. First, we would explain to the person what the test is all about,
Right.
which is the detection of HIV antibodies in the blood. It's a simplified version of the ELISA test, which detects HIV antibodies in the blood.
So why is it important to get tested?
Well, being infected with HIV is a life-threatening disease, and what you don't know could kill you. So if you take the test and it is HIV positive, you will be referred to a treatment center. If you don't know if you're HIV infected and not aware of your results, you could live for about 10 to 11 years. But with
Because if you get treatment,
you can live. You can have a fulfilled life.
a fulfilled life.
Yes.
And that is important for people to know. And that is one of the main reasons for people getting
Get
tested.
tested,
And that is why
exactly.
people should get tested.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So what is the first thing you're going to do now?
Normally we would have the area clean with have the finger clean. And then we would use the lancet, and we will use the index finger because it's the finger you would hardly use. Right? It usually takes at least 50 microliters of blood.
It isn't much blood.
No.
And it didn't sting, in case people were wondering. It was just like a little ant bite.
Exactly.
And that is it. And what are you doing here?
So I'm putting it on the strip. The strip is used along with a buffer, chase buffer, which helps the blood flows along the test strip. In the test strip, there are antigen. So the chemical helps it flow up. When it passes over the antigen, it attaches itself onto the HIV antibodies. And when the test is complete, we will get the results. If it is positive, there will be 2 stripes. If it is negative, there will be 1 stripe. If there's no stripe, which means the test did not work properly, and we will have to do a repeat.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
So you put the blood there, and now you.
We use 2.
And how long does this take?
15 minutes
15 minutes.
for the results.
Oh. So I have 15 long minutes to wait.
15 minutes to wait for the results.
And everybody who are sexually active should get tested.
Exactly.
Right, because it can affect them.
Yes.
It really can. So, and that is it? We just wait?
That's it. We just wait for 15 minutes.
And then we'd find out what's going on.
Exactly.
Good or bad, we'll see what happens. But it is important to get tested, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to die.
No, well, people don't die from HIV anymore as long as they seek treatment.
Right.
You know, without treatment, like I said before, you will live for about 10 to 11 years. But with treatment, you live in indefinitely a fulfilled life.
Right. So in about 15 minutes, we'll check back and see what is happening. Carrie, I think you should probably do one at some point in time.
I mean,
I'm not saying that you're doing anything.
I have been tested before, and yeah, it's always good to keep updated on what your status is, and ensure that you're good to go. And something very, very, very important you said there, that people don't die from HIV anymore. That's a big statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are treatments. As long as you seek treatment,
Right?
you can live a fulfilled life. But without treatment, you will die.
Rishi, it's the moment of truth for you now, isn't it? You took
I
a
guess.
peek. You took a peek.
I did take a peek.
Okay.
Phew, I couldn't. I didn't know what to think. Not that I want to maintain that I'm not doing anything wrong or that I shouldn't be doing.
Just take it away.
Okay, so yes, thank you. Mr. Lesford Moses, HIV Rapid Test, Barataria Wellness Centre. He is still with me. We did the test just before the news, and we have the results. It's good news for Rishi.
Yes, it's negative.
It's negative, which is good. But we had put blood on 2 instruments.
Yes.
This one is what?
To determine. This is the determine stick. The blood is placed, well, there are antigen on the stick. So when we use the determined buffer, it carries the HIV antibodies along the strip, and it detects any when it passes over the part that has the antigen, it sticks onto the HIV antibodies, producing a change.
Right, and we saw 1 line, which means
negative. If there's 2 lines, it's positive.
And then there was this one as well. What does this one do?
It's the same concept as the stick.
Right. And the net results are negative, which is good.
Yes.
But people need to get tested. And you were telling me earlier that more women get tested than men.
Exactly. I don't know what is the problem. Like, men have a fear of visiting.
Probably they're afraid needles.
Exactly.
I don't know. But the NWRHA will be having an event tomorrow. Just give me some information.
They would be on the Barataria Promenade doing HIV testing from about 10 to 6. So
10 a.m. to 6
Yes,
p.m.
PM,
tomorrow, and people
yes.
can go, and it's free.
It's free.
Barataria Promenade. Well, thank you
Yes.
very much, Mr. Lesford Moses, for coming in. It was a
Good.
pleasure, and some good results.
Yes,
Some good
it is.
results.